Welcome to another edition of Highliner News. I'm Noelle.
And I'm Hannah.
Most students head to their designated class every day and don't realize how many rooms are unused.
Reporter Kenzie Peterson takes us to the hidden rooms here at the high school.
What used to be the girls' locker room is no longer a room where the girls go after games, but it is where jerseys and uniforms are washed by our very own Mary Burchell. Down the hall is a big gray door, but what's behind that door? Storage. Valley City High School uses this old space for storing desks, supplies, unused gym equipment, and even all of the Christmas decorations. Up on second floor, there is a closet that most students don't know about. It is used nearly every day. In room 302, something is growing, but I bet you didn't even realize it. It's the science department green room, with plants everywhere and the sunlight coming in. These plants are tucked away quietly on the third floor. And finally, the stairs that everybody wonders about. Where do they lead? Well, let me tell you. They lead to a door, and behind that small door leads to a green staircase. But in this hidden room is stored old desks and some painting tools. And finally, the green door. What could this door lead to? Basically, a dead end. That special green door leads to the roof. Bet you did not know that. From the roof of Valley City High School, I'm Kenzie Peterson.
Reese Hushka roams the halls to find some special student talents.
Up next is an update on Mr. Johnson's hobby farm from reporter Macy Schlott.
In the fall of 2017, we reported on the Johnson family's expansive hobby farm. It's now spring and baby animals can be found around the farm, including the famous and incredibly adorable baby goats, also known as kids. There are a total of 6 kids, 4 2-month-old and 2 1-week-old babies. The Johnson family enjoys having the farm, and they're all smiles when it comes to holding and loving the animals.
Seeing our kids interact with the goats' kids has probably been the most favorite part for me so far.
I agree, that's my favorite part too, the babies.
This is Macy Schlott reporting for Highliner News.
ECHS had its prom on April 28th. These students were shining under the stars.
The National Honor Society is a prestigious group of students. New members were inducted on April 30th.
Reporter Luther Zeltinger brings you the induction ceremony.
Welcome to the induction of the new members of the Valley City chapter of the National Honor Society. As former members, we congratulate tonight's inductees. We are proud to have them join us and pledge to help them in any way we can. I ask that you please stand for the entrance of the new 2018 candidates for the National Honor Society.
So the National Honor Society is an organization that focuses on students who have a 3.5 GPA or higher and excel in leadership, scholarship, service, and character.
The emblem of our society is the keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears at its base the letters S, L, C, and S, which stands for the first cardinal principles of this organization: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Thus, the keystone symbolizes the desired ideals of our society. The flaming torch is the emblem of our purpose: to bear forward the searching light of truth, to lead that others may follow the light, to keep burning in our school a high ambition for the enduring values of life, and to serve. These purposes are symbolized in the torch.
Congratulations to our new president, Eliza Johnson, and vice president, Rose Zeltinger.
For Highliner News, I'm Luther Zeltinger.
As the 2018 school year comes to a close, we find out what the seniors' plans are after they cross the stage.
Reporter Taylen Jorissen brings you part 2 of the Senior Spotlight. You know them as the English teachers.
Ham, let's get to know them better.
All right, it's time for an episode of Better Know Your English Teachers. First up is Mrs. Cummings. Was she A, a Medora musical cast member, B, a rodeo queen, C, an equine photographer, or D, a horse trainer? Take 5. If you said A, yeehaw! Up next is Mrs. Horner. Was she A, an ice cream truck driver, B, a Marilyn Monroe impersonator, C, a cookie deliverer, or D, an amusement park worker? Take 5. If you said D, sit back and enjoy the ride. Next is Mrs. Shenenko. Was she A, a beauty pageant coach, B, an egg cleaner, C, an Avon saleswoman, or D, a wood carver? Take 5. If you said B, then you cracked the code. Last but not least, we have Mrs. Covine. Was she A, a Tupperware saleswoman, B, a NASCAR pit crew member, C, a Mexico tour guide, or D, a piñata maker? Take 5. If you said A, you're not wrong. I'm your host, Hannah Sorensen, and that was an episode of Better Know Your English Teachers.
At the end of April, choir students who starred at EDC in Fargo were able to compete at the state music competition in Jamestown.
Bree-Anna Kunze recaps on this event and the students' achievements. The VCHS trap team is in the midst of another successful season.
Reporter Chaser Atwood sets his sights on the story.
Trap shooting has been in Valley City for almost 3 years now, and here's how it works.
The trap houses are 16 yards from where you shoot, so the clay pigeons are thrown 16 yards from you, and then you shoot them as they fly. So you hopefully shoot them quicker than slow and make sure that you hit them before they get too far out. Well, trap practice consists of shooting 2 rounds of 25 targets, so 50 shots, and your score is 2 out of 25, so whatever you score out of each 25, and then that's out of 50. We have 2 weeks of practice, 1 week of reserve scores, and then 5 weeks of competition. Right now, the kids are shooting their reserve scores. We didn't get a chance to practice our 2 weeks of practice, so we're actually shooting reserve scores now.
There's also competition in trap shooting.
The competition is based off of your scores compared to the other scores of the teams in the conference. And we have about 7 other teams in our conference. Conferences are based on the size of the team, so how many kids you have shooting. So the top 31 out of our 53 every week, those scores will be compared against the top 31 of the other teams in the conference.
This is Chaser Atwood reporting for Highlander News.
Many people know of him, but how well do we really know our mayor?
Reporter Mackenzie LaRue sits down with Valley City Mayor Dave Carlsrud.
Mayor Dave Carlsrud explains why he decided to run for office.
Probably owe it to the community to try. So we tried, and my wife was very supportive, and we worked hard on a campaign and was elected mayor. So that's how we got there.
Besides mayorly duties, Mr. Carlsrud has many other hobbies.
I really enjoy golf. I don't get a chance to do a lot of it, but I'm trying to promise myself this year I'm going to do more of it. When I was a little bit younger, my hobby was officiating sports, and so I did some baseball, basketball, wrestling, and football. It was very, very gratifying, and the relationships that were built made it all worthwhile.
If there's one thing the mayor would like people to know, it would be,
all I have to offer people is that I care about people, I love Valley City, I'm choosing to live here, and I'll just do the best job I can for you.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Mackenzie LaRue.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you for joining us from Valley City High School for another edition of Highliner News. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Noelle.